This is notes in classes 3, 4, and 5 for Group 4, Bridget, Sean, and Sarah. First, in Chapter 3, we have Essential Learning Outcomes. The essential learning functions of technology-based projects are ubiquity, which is allowing students to learn anywhere at any time, deep learning, which delves into primary sources and higher order thinking, making things visible and discussable. It's better to show than it is to tell, and our digital tools allow us to do this in a more proper way. Then we have expressing ourselves, sharing ideas, and building community. The World Wide Web isn't just an information medium, it's a social medium. Students do this in their personal lives with Facebook and Twitter, so why not include it in their learning? Next, we have collaboration. Projects invite collaboration through wikis, webinars, Skype, and working together to share ideas betters the students' learning overall. Next, we have research. Students use the internet to find answers. They can simply Google anything that they would like. However, projects allow them to find more reliable sources and sources that they can use moving forward. Next, we have project management with planning and organizing. This allows students to manage their time, work, sources, and feedback, as well as drafts and products during their projects. So this helps them to stay accountable for their own information and to manage everything that is inclusive of this project. Lastly, we have reflection and iteration. Reflection and iteration is important because students need to be able to see the information from all sides. Blogging in a journal-like way and receiving information from others aids in this accomplishment. For Chapter 4, we have the best projects share important information. So there's a few things that all really great projects share and have qualities. Those include that they are loosely designed with the possibility of different learning paths. So this allows for all sorts of students to come to the table, have a general idea, and move forward with it in the way that they would see fit. Next, projects are generative, which cause students to construct meaning. So again, building off of the first one, you give them an idea and they build from there. Next, projects center on a driving question or are otherwise structured for inquiry. We always want the students to be asking why, delving further and further into that information. Next, projects capture the student interest through complex and compelling real-life or simulated experiences. Why give them a project that they can't relate to? If it's not something they might be able to use in life or in one way or another apply it to life, whether it be theirs or the world around them, then it's not going to be a project that's really worth the effort that they might be putting in. They need it to be complex and compelling for real life. Projects are also realistic. This is similar to the next one, and therefore across multiple disciplines. So you can't just have one thing working on, say, a novel. Well, a novel is complex. What all is including of it? What is the time period that it was written in, etc., etc. Projects reach beyond school to involve others. Projects tap rich data or primary sources. Projects are structured so students learn with and from each other. Projects have students working as inquiring experts might. So we want them to really delve into that research and really get those inquiry skills. Projects get at 21st century skills and literacies, including communication, project management, and technology use. They also get at important learning dispositions, including persistence, risk-taking, confidence, resilience, self-reflection, and cooperation. If something doesn't work, I hope they get back up on that horse and try something else that might work. These are really great skills for going forward, not just in education, but in their life in general. And lastly, these projects have students learn by doing. Moving on to Chapter 5, we have team planning. In this section, it kind of talks about team planning from a teacher's perspective. First of all, teachers work as the project managers, so they're the ones who are putting the teams together. Some students might want to work with particular people because they feel comfortable with them, but it might not be the most ideal situation. So teachers have to really be the project managers and putting people who will be applicable together and who might be challenging each other or might be the same level, whatever the ideal is for that. Next, there's a team approach requires you to reset your expectations and experiment with different combinations. So this goes for the teachers and the students. Teachers can't just take, say, the top 5 smartest kids in the class and put them together, and the 5 lowest in the class and put them together. That's not fair. We have to reassess our expectations. Do we want the top students to just keep being the top, or do we want to help bring the lower students up? Likewise, the students within the group can't just have, say, one person who generally doesn't work well in a group and leave them by themselves. We always want the students to be encouraging each other to continue working and working with each other and learning something new. A great idea is to have contracts for the teams. So, say on the first day that they get the project, have had some time to think it over, have them set up a contract that they are going to stick to, what their expectations for themselves and others are, what their goals for the project are, what their initial ideas are. And lastly, it's important to assess team dynamics. So one person might be putting in a lot of work while others aren't. Is it because the one person putting in the work is not allowing others to participate, or are the ones who aren't participating not doing so because they don't want to? We have to really assess the team dynamics, and from there we can, assess accordingly the overall outcome and move forward from there for next time.